All right, hey guys, welcome to another video. So this video, I want to be I'll be ranking all the Mortal Kombat games, like all the Mortal Kombat games released so far. I'll be ranking them in this tier list from what I think is the best Mortal Kombat game all the way to the worst. Yeah, in order. The whole list to be in order. So yeah, these are the games, and this is the list. I'll start from the worst game, from the worst Mortal Kombat game to all the way to the best, and I'll be ranking them. So this would be in my own opinion, of course, but at the same time, I just want to make it clear that I won't be ranking the games based on like gameplay alone. No, no, that's not enough. I'll be ranking them based on how rich how fun, not just how fun, but the amount of content that the game offers. For example, let's say you have to choose between one of two Mortal Kombat games. Okay, so the game that gives you the most content, is, in my opinion, that's the game that is worth your money as well, because you get more for the same amount of money. You'll be getting more out of the game. So in my opinion, that's like what makes the game more fun. Yeah, so yeah, that's how we're doing it. Okay, so starting off, I think you know what, I think it'll be easier to start from the best. I'll start from the best Mortal Kombat game all the way to the west. So yeah, let's get this thing over with. MK11. Yeah, most of you saw this coming as well, but if you ask me, MK11 is the best Mortal Kombat game ever made. Okay, and I'm not saying it's the best. It has the best gameplay or what have you. No, no, no. We all know that when it comes to gameplay, maybe Mortal Kombat Jedi Alliance or Mortal Kombat X, or Mortal Kombat or Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. I think those three games have like the best gameplay. If you want to sweat, if you want to compete, then I think it's those three games that are the most sweaty. They have the best gameplay. But the game as a whole, as a complete package, I think Mortal Kombat 11 the game has everything. The story is so good, the graphics are good, and the gameplay is nice as well. I actually like the gameplay. The it has the crypt, which is like so far and by far the best script you can find in a Mortal Kombat game. It has Stars of Time, which are more fun. The game literally has, you can build your own AI and just let it fight for you, let it grind for you through the towers. Like this game has everything. The best Mortal Kombat game ever made. If you just want to buy a Mortal Kombat game, go home and play and enjoy and have fun with the game, then I think this is the best. Yeah, after Mortal Kombat 11, I think the second best would be. Uh, let's see. Armageddon, free. Armageddon. 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 I've actually played Armageddon sometime this year. I was playing, of course, using an emulator, but yeah, the game has so much content. The story is nice. The conquest mode, it's so fun. You play as, is it Deacon and Tavian, those guys. The story is nice. Okay, and the roster, the best roster. Anyone agrees that Mortal Kombat Armageddon has the best roster, which I totally agree. By the way, the game has the best roster. Uh, there's Create a Fighter in there. There's Mortal Kombat. The side game, the mini game. The game is so fun. When it comes to content alone, it's literally like right below MK11. Okay, MK Armageddon has so much content. It will offer you so much as a gamer. You know, you'll be getting more out of this disc from Mortal Kombat Armageddon than the others. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. I think. Yeah. I'd go for Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 9. Mortal Kombat 9. Mortal Kombat 9. The thing about Mortal Kombat 9 is that, and for most people, this is like the by far the most favorite Mortal Kombat game is Mortal Kombat 9. Not only did they reboot the story, they repeated the story after Armageddon, but at the same time they pushed it in a direction that is very interesting, if you ask me. Okay, and the story is so good. It's just as good as the model match story from MK11. The story is so good. In MKX, the story wasn't there for me in MK. MKX is the only good thing about MKX, which we'll discuss in a matter of time soon. But when it comes to the story alone, I think the Mortal Kombat X part is below MK9 and MK11. 11, the story is so good. The it's just good. You actually have to be crazy not to appreciate the story in MK11. It's better than MK1 story, and it's better than MKX. And in MK9, it's just as good as well. The story is so good. There's tag team mode. The crypt is fun. It also had, of course, online multiplayer. And it's so sad that they actually removed this game from Steam, and even the roster it actually has a very good roster, you know. So yeah, in my opinion, I think Mortal Kombat 9 is the third best Mortal Kombat game. If you bought this game like when it came out, yeah, I'm sure you'd spend sleepless nights just grinding and through the story, the game modes. The game is so good, it's so fun. Yeah, so there it goes. So yeah, I think this is the top three, the best Mortal Kombat games. Okay, this is the top three for the best Mortal Kombat games. Okay, so I'll go into A tier now. And A tier, between MKX and MK1, I'm trying to figure out which one has the most content, which one has the best contents. Which game can offer you more as a player. you know I mean, MKX has the gameplay, of course, but at the same time, the story, yeah, the story is okay, I guess. What else does it offer you? The crypt from MKX, what crypt is the crypt from MKX is terrible. I'm sorry, the crypt is terrible. The towers from MKX are not as fun. The towers are not as fun. Okay, how about MK1? MK1 has invasions, no crypt. For some reason, it doesn't have a crypt, but it has invasions and the story. You know what? I'm sorry, MKX is better. Yeah, MKX is better. MKX is better. I think MKX. There's a reason why people are still playing this game. Okay, and the gameplay alone, I think it has the best gameplay out of all the games. If you truly wanted to show your skills in Mortal Kombat, I think MKX, this is the game to go to. This is the game where skill actually means something. It's a game that literally carries you by your skills. Nothing else. So if you wanted to sweat, if you wanted to show people how good you are at a Mortal Kombat game, I think MKX, that's the best to be. Yeah, then after MKX, then yeah, MK1 is right behind it. MK1, they were so close with this game. They were so close. The story is the story, the new era story, that doesn't do it for me. That story is terrible. I don't even remember it at this point. That's how bad it is. And they try to put invasions there, which it could have been better, if they made it like they did in Conquest mode for like MK Deception or MK Armageddon. If they did the invasions like Conquest mode for the previous game, if it was something like that or something in that direction instead of how they did it in this game, it could have been better. But they tried to like mix up Towers of Time with some kind of conquest-ish mode. when they try to give it like seasons, it's just terrible. I don't know. I can't. I find it impossible to grind that mode. Which means MK1 can, as for me, it can only offer you just the story and the gameplay. Like that. That's the only thing that the game offers you. And the story is terrible, and the gameplay it's just okay. It could have been better, but it's just okay. So there's that. Then after that, I would go for Mortal Kombat Deception. Okay, so on Deception has the content it has, the mods. I think it should have been here. It should have been up here. You know, Deception should have been here. The only reason why I've put Deception behind MKX and MK1 is because when you first play the Mortal Kombat Deception, when you first play it, like when you buy the game and you first play it, half of the roster is locked. Okay, I don't know why they did that. I don't know. When you play the game for the first time, half of the characters are locked out of the box. They are locked, which means you can't just go to a store and buy the game, go home, and then immediately play with your friends. You can't, because half the characters are locked. You have to unlock them in conquest mode, and it will take time. You have to, which may be, you have to progress like close to half of the game. Okay, if not over, just to unlock all of the characters, and that for me it's a huge turn off. It's unlike Armageddon. In Armageddon, only a few. It's like two or three characters are locked, and that's fine. Okay, in MK11, Frost is locked. Only Frost is locked, and you can unlock her by finishing chapter 4 of the game. In MKX, Shinnok is locked. Only Shinnok, and you can unlock him by finishing the story. That's fine. One or two characters is fine, but half the roster being locked out of the box, that is terrible for me. You know, because I've actually played this game, but I haven't played. Like you have to complete the invasion basically to unlock. You have to complete, I mean, the conquest mode to unlock all of the characters. And for me, that's a huge chore, because even when I played this game, I couldn't get that far. I had to literally use a save file. Okay, I had to find a 100% completion save file in order to use some of my favorite characters just to see their gameplays. And also, there's no Kitana in Mortal Kombat Deception. Okay, and for those two reasons, half the characters are locked, and there's no Kitana in this game. It falls here. But besides that, the gameplay is nice. Yeah, you know, every character has 3 fighting styles. At the same time, I think it has the best story. When it comes to story mode alone, Mortal Kombat Deception has the best story above all of the other Mortal Kombat games. Okay, and there's chess combat in there. There's conquest mode as well, which is by far also the best conquest mode in any Mortal Kombat game. Okay, it's so good. The game is literally, it's worth your money. Okay, if they remade this game, refreshed everything, rebranded everything, and still maintained maybe the same story, the same pace and the same style, I would actually pay a full price for the game, and I would literally spend hours and hours grinding through the conquest mode, because it's that fun. Okay, the game came out in 2004, and it's still fun today. The conquest mode is so deep. They made it like a RPG style. You know, you literally watch Chujinko grow older and older and older through the story. The story is so good, but because half the characters are locked, and also there's no Kitana, and yeah, that's why it's behind MK1. Okay, so right after it, which other game has the most content after Deception? I would put Shaolin Monks. I'd put Shaolin. Okay, so the thing about Shaolin Monks is that the game is fun. Okay, you'll be getting, because of the story mode, the way they did the story mode. Okay, it's so interesting. It's so fun. It's like you're playing an adventure game. It's like a beat 'em up adventure game, and that for me it's fun. That alone, it's a very good reason to play the game. You know, it's not a competitive game like the other Mortal Kombat, but it's on its own. What it offers you is it's worth the money. You know, it's the story, and of course it has its downsides as well. The roster isn't as huge, because for the most part it focuses on the Shaolin monks, Wu Kang and Kung Lao. That's the main focus. And because of that, it doesn't have as much characters as the other games. But at the same time, I think it's more of a spin-off. It's not necessarily like a mainline Mortal Kombat game. It's not a competitive game, but it's still fun at the end. So yeah, I think if you had to buy either Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks or any of these games remaining, I'd say Shaolin Monks will actually offer you better value for gameplay. You actually have more fun with Shaolin Monks than the others. All right, let's move on. Mortal Kombat versus DC. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. uh, I don't know what to go for here. I don't know. Okay, the thing about Deadly Alliance. You know what? MK versus DC. Okay, so I'll put them together. MK versus DC and behind it, Deadly Alliance. I'll start explaining from Deadly Alliance. Deadly Alliance, when it comes to gameplay wise, it's just as good and just as deep as MKX. Okay, the game requires you to be good in order to master the gameplay. Okay, if you wanted to show your skill, if you wanted to show people how good you are, then Deadly Alliance. The timing for the strings and the combos, it's really good. The game is hard. It doesn't carry you by the hand. Okay, there are no breakers in the game. The game is really sweaty. Okay, it's just as sweaty as MKX. It's so good, but that's the only thing it offers: gameplay. There's no story in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance. There's conquest mode, but at the same time, it's not as it's not an open conquest mode like in Armageddon or Deception. It's a conquest mode. It's more of a tutorial. Okay, when you go to conquest mode, all you'll be conquering are just tutorial challenges. Every character has their own conquest mode, which is just basically a series of tutorials for that character, and that's it. There's no story. There's nothing. It's just conquest mode as a tutorial because it was like a new franchise, a new line in the Mortal Kombat story. It was not necessarily a reboot, but a new look at Mortal Kombat. The first 3D Mortal Kombat game, because of course MK4 was 3D, but the pacing and the gameplay was more 2D than 3D. But this one was now a fully fledged 3D game, so they had to make sure people learned how to. They had to make sure people learn the new mechanics and whatnot. So the conquest mode for this game is basically just a whole tutorial package. Which means if you are buying Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, the only thing you'll be doing in the game is just fighting with your friends. That's it. No story. And while that, as it is, it's still, I would say it's still better than Mortal Kombat versus this universe. No story, but it's still better than this universe. But the main reason why I've put it behind this universe is because it has the same weakness as Mortal Kombat Deception. Once you buy the game, okay, once you buy Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, half the characters are locked. Okay, I have no idea who came up with this. It's like you may buy the game, go home, put it in your console, but you literally have to complete all the conquest mode challenges in order to play as your favorite character. I had to do it because Kitana is in the game, but she's locked from day one. She's locked. You actually have to grind and complete challenges, complete the conquest mode for the characters in order to be able to unlock Kitana. And the way you unlock the character is different. Okay, in Deception, you can unlock them by doing some challenges in conquest mode. But in this game, there's like 4 currencies. There's 4 different currencies. There's dragon currency, sapphire currency, red currency, or blood currency, stuff like that. Okay, there's 4 different currencies. And for example, to unlock Kitana, you need sapphire coins. And to grind, to earn enough sapphire coins, it's a chore. It's a chore on its own, because you may be playing the towers, you may be going through the towers or the conquest mode, and you end up unlocking like resell red coins or dragon coins, which you don't want to, because the character you want to unlock requires sapphire coins. It's complicated. It's so terrible and stupid. Okay, but that's how the game is. Okay, half the characters are locked, and you actually have to grind through the game. It will take you maybe a week or 2 weeks to unlock all the characters, and that's if you are playing every day as well. Unlike Modern Warfare versus Use Invest. Modern Warfare versus Use Invest, the game doesn't offer you much. It offers you the story is fun. It's okay. I can't say the story is fun, but the story is okay. You know, they mix the DC characters with the Mortal Kombat characters, and the roster is very small as well, which is disappointing. And at the same time, the game only offers you the story mode and the arcade mode, and that's it. Okay, it had online mode, I think, but that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it in this game. Okay, if you're buying multiple versus this in this, you just play through the story and finish it. Then the rest is just playing with your friends and nothing else. Okay, the game doesn't even have alternative skins. Oh, does it? Does it have? I don't think the time I spent playing this game, I never got any option to unlock a different skin or whatever. So there's literally no reason to grind this game. There are no alternative skins. It has a tutorial. It has an in-game combo tutorial, which is fun, I guess. It can offer you that as another mode of gameplay, but it's just a tutorial, which means for the most part you can just maybe do the ones of your favorite characters, but you don't necessarily have to do it. So it still doesn't count. Okay. So yeah. The only reason why it's in front of the Deadly Alliance is because Deadly Alliance, the game, half the characters are locked from the beginning, which is stupid. So, yeah, this universe is better than Deadly Alliance. Okay, moving on. From there, I would say Ultimate Mortal Kombat. The game is weighty as well. The game has the roster is just as big as Armageddon or something, almost. Okay, and yeah, for that reason alone, and also the mechanics, you know, the game is very sweet. The gameplay is just as good and deep as MKX or Mortal Kombat The Alliance. But that's basically the only thing it offers. There's no story mode in the game, but the game has so much to offer. There's brutalities in the game, there's friendships, there's, you know where I'm going with this. Okay, it's just gameplay with a lot of twist, and that in itself makes it yeah, makes it worth your buck, unlike the rest of the games on this list. Okay, so there's the Game Boy version will automatically be on the West. MK4, you know, MK4 is this is the Mortal Kombat game that I actually started with, but and it has some story to it. Okay, when you it has, every character has their own endings. You know, it's you can actually grind this game. The only issue was that the roster was so small, and they actually improved that on Mortal Kombat God, which means MK God is coming next. Okay, I'll put this together. Yeah, because MK God was just like, it's MK4, but we can say that complete edition for MK4. Basically, that's what it is. It's MK4, but with some additional characters. Okay, so yeah, there it goes. Special Forces, I never really got to play this game, but it's more of a spin-off game from the videos I've seen. It's more of a spin-off game, and I don't think I'd be interested to play it in a game like this. Okay, which means it automatically becomes somewhere there. Okay, I wouldn't be interested. I'm a huge fan of Mortal Kombat, but there's just no way I would be interested to play that game. Then after MK4, I would say MK Trilogy. Trilogy. Oh yeah. Sub-Zero Chronicles is which one did I say is better? Sub-Zero Chronicles or Special Forces? I'll say Sub-Zero Chronicles. But yeah, these are the Mortal Kombat games that I probably would never play my whole life. So yeah, then D tier. So here, Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Then Mortal Kombat 3 doesn't even have Scorpio. Anyway, I would put Mortal Kombat 2 here. Okay, so there are two trilogy games. I'll just put them back to back. Yeah, right after Mortal Kombat 4. Then Mortal Kombat 3, then Mortal Kombat 2. The first Mortal Kombat, uh, I had to put this. I had to put Mortal Kombat 1 as the last Mortal Kombat, but honestly speaking, it really is. It's the worst Mortal Kombat game. You know, the first Mortal Kombat is also the worst. It had some good game mods, but the roster was just too small. It's just too small. But the game mods were good. It had those mini games. It had Shang Tsung as the final boss. But everything was just so basic. And on top of everything being basic, the roster is so small, which means if you are buying this game, you automatically be bored with it within a week. Okay, and it's not as sweaty as Ultimate MK3. Ultimate MK3, you would spend months and months trying to master those infinites, trying to master the combos, trying to master the characters. There's lots of characters, trying to see the brutalities for the characters. I bet even in Mortal Kombat 3, not I don't even bet, like for sure. There are lots of characters whose I haven't even seen their of course for the most part the brutalities are the same, but the friendships. I haven't seen friendships for most of the characters in MK3, which means even if I played this game today, okay, it would still surprise me. Okay, there will still be some reason to grind it. And because of that it's in B tier. But this one I'm afraid is the worst Mortal Kombat game. It will literally offer you just is it like 6-7 characters and just arcade mode, and that's really it. MK2 added a few more characters, but it's basically the same thing. It's just a few more characters, a few more secrets, and yeah, that's really it. MK3 then it added the sweaty gameplay with all the one mechanics and what have you, but the roster is still smaller than Trilogy. And then Trilogy is still lacking when you compare to Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 4 has better stories, you know. The main reason why Mortal Kombat 4 is on top of Trilogy is because the character endings, they are so interesting, and the game is also fully 3D. And the fatalities in Mortal Kombat 4 are actually one of my favorite fatalities. That's why Mortal Kombat 4 and God are better than 3, 2, and 1, because the fatalities are nice. The soundtrack, the audio, the game it's just a better game. But Ultimate MK3 is just way better. Alright, so yeah, this is my tier list for the Mortal Kombat games, and I'll save the image of course, and I'll also put the link for the tier list. I'll share it on Twitter, and I'll put the link on the video description. But yeah, in my opinion, this is how I would rate all the Mortal Kombat games released so far. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and it's actually raining here now. I hope you can still hear me, because it's so noisy on the roof. But thanks guys for watching. You can put your comments down in the comment section. Let me know what you think and stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.